Ice Spice about to make the worst decision for her blossoming career? You already know the convolution that has ensued on social media regarding the Ice Spice, Nicki Minaj, Kanye West, and now Doja Cat debacle all over his song New Body. Is this an actual issue, or is Kanye just trying to stir up controversy for his forthcoming album, Vultures 2? It was reported that Kanye reached out to Ice and Doja Cat to submit verses for the new version of New Body. I remember seeing a screenshot of her manager commenting cap on a blog that reported on the situation. I can't remember where I saw it though, but it seems like Doja declined on the offer, as she should have, because the screenshot suggests that Ice actually submitted a verse, but her team will not let Kanye clear it. We are going to dissect why Ice being on New Body would be one of the worst decisions of her career. I have about 4 to 5 main talking points that include Ice, her team, and Femra Politics, which is a playlist that we're on right now. So please like this video and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel for more content on female rappers and how their decisions affect their careers. So the first talking point is the audacity. The audacity of Ice to try to replace Nicki. If you, as an artist, decide to get on someone's song, it's because you feel like you can add something to the song to make it better. Ice has videos of her rapping to Nicki's verse on the song, so why would you take the opportunity to replace your mentor on a song that she made popular when you know about the contentious relationship and history between Kanye and Nicki? Why would you want to get in the middle of it? Taylor Swift has also had her own issues with Kanye, and what do you know? Ice has been standing on the shoulders of both Taylor Swift and Nicki Minaj to launch her into mainstream superstardom. Also, I don't even know how Ice would sound on the song, and it cannot sound anything like Nicki's flow or lyrics because she would get dragged even more. Now, for the second point, let's talk about the Femra politics of it all and why this would be the worst decision of Ice's career. I wouldn't necessarily classify her replacing Nicki as going against Nicki, even though that's how the fans like to classify it. I don't feel like Ice has bad intentions, but the fact that she even entertained Kanye's offer looks bad. What will she get from this? A viral moment? Will the song go viral because she replaced Nicki Minaj or because her verse was viral? For the business aspect of it all, which is kind of like my third talking point, Barbz, who are sympathetic to Ice, are trying to blame this on James, Ice's manager, who was actually outed a couple weeks ago for dropping Ice's deal with Nicki after whatever agreement they made. I actually made a video on this in my Femra Politics playlist, and I'll link it below if you want to get the tea on that. Anyway, it's been said that Ice's manager is very messy, and on the set of the Barbie World music video shoot, there was allegedly an altercation of some sort, a verbal exchange between James and Nicki, which is not hard to believe because I remember when Nicki unfollowed him. Most people believe that Ice and Nicki themselves have no issues with each other, and the issues only exist between James and Nicki. Here's my issue though. People are trying to put all responsibility of Ice's decisions on her management team, but no, because no, at the end of the day, your manager cannot put a GUN to your head and say go write and record that verse. Every artist and manager should have a checks and balances system. They are a team. Ultimately, Ice is the boss of her career. Her manager is there to provide advice, guidance, and support. This is the issue with female rappers though. It be the men they work with that advise them to go against Nicki. And I feel like as the bosses they want to be, they should be able to stand up for themselves, their morals, especially if they call themselves being fans of Nicki both before and when they entered the game of rap. It's not about dimming your light for Nicki or her not wanting the girls to be more successful than her. It's remembering how you got to where you are today and treating others the way you want to be treated, and most importantly, standing on your word. If Nicki Minaj gave you 2 free collabs and music videos and a Grammy nomination, nobody is saying you owe her your whole life and career, but just give her what you promised her out of the business deal. And this is why y'all have to go back and hear what I said about this in my previous video on Ice's manager versus Nicki, because I broke it down even more. And James is trying to cover up that he sent the verse in. That's shady, because now you know you made the wrong decision because y'all are so impatient for Ice to be cemented in music without her caliber and quality of artistry being questioned. For female rap fans, this could go 2 ways. It can make Ice even more popular, or she can lose a lot of fans due to the majority of her fans being Barbz. They will see it as a big slight to Nicki Minaj, and I don't blame them. Now, We don't know if Nicki actually cares as much as the fans do, or even at all. But putting myself in this situation, in Nicki's place, knowing everything that I did for Ice, I might take it as a slight as well. Unless you called me directly and we spoke face to face as artists to get to some understanding. Hypothetically, if they did, I could see Nicki telling her to do what's best for her, because that's just how Nicki is. But I don't know, what do y'all think Nicki would encourage Ice to do in this situation? My fourth talking point is that Kanye does not actually value Ice Spice. Nobody in their right mind will turn down the opportunity to work with a legend in their field, but Ice also needs to know her worth. First of all, do you believe that Ice would have been offered to work with Taylor Swift or Kanye West had Nicki not worked with her first? Be honest in the comments. If Kanye really valued Ice as an artist and not as a little pass around that could add hype to his project, he would have invited her to the studio to cook up something original, as he does every other artist. And if Ice respected her value proposition as a collaborator, she would have asked him for a different beat. She could have still collabed with him, but just on a different beat. It's so simple. Once again, if Kanye sees value in Ice, this should not be their one and only or even last opportunity for them to work together. My fifth talking point is regardless, because regardless of who gets on the song, man or woman, is going to be bad for them. I just feel like because of the legacy of the song, everybody loves what Nicki did on the song, so anyone who gets on the song is automatically going to be compared to Nicki. Whether man or woman, whoever comes out on the final version of New Body, I'm gonna have smoke for anyone regardless, because the song is so highly regarded because of Nicki Minaj's verses on the song, not because it's Kanye's song. Let's get that clear. In conclusion, in Pills and Potions, Nicki said, "Ain't no friends in the game, you ain't learned that yet." Some would say, well, if Nicki declined the song, why would she care? And that Barbz should stop taking things personal and attaching other girls to Nicki. But no, they, as in any female rapper that has collaborated with Nicki, wanted to be attached to Nicki when they got in the game. Hence, Ice's two top 10 collabs, Princess Diana and Barbie World. My specific issue with Ice Spice is that she had her own hype before collabing with Nicki, and she has other big collabs, and I want Ice to focus on building her own hype that's outside of Nicki Minaj. Right now, she has enough momentum to stand on her own, and if she's on the final version of New Body, she is deepening her attachment to Nicki and not in a good way. Ice is hot enough on her own to take her Nicki and Taylor collabs and continue to cement herself in music without them holding her hand every step of the way. So she chose to attach herself once again to Nicki by accepting Kanye's offer to get on New Body. I actually have way more thoughts on what I think Nicki feels about Ice right now, especially after losing their Grammy nomination. So if you want a video on the aftermath of their collaborative relationship, comment aftermath ASAP in the comments. But thank y'all so much for listening. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss when I upload, and I will see you in the next video.